Why the stock markets may beat down could give way to month-end bounce. Stocks have spent May eating the bond market's dust as concerns grow around an escalating US-China trade battle and related fears of an economic slowdown. But history indicates the setup, according to Vinay Vishwanathan and Max Grinakov, strategists at Macro Risk Advisors. Historically, since 1989, when bonds outperformed stocks by more than 4%, equities rallied by 2.1% heading into month-end. Through the end of last week, the S&P Total Return Index was down 3.9% for May, while the Bloomberg Barclays Aggregate U.S. Bond Total Return Index was up 0.85%, leaving equities with a net 4.72 percentage point underperformance versus bonds. That means balanced funds, which keep a set division between equities and bonds, will need to adjust their positioning. In other words, moreover, they noted the spread between equity and bond returns is the fifth most negative of the last 5 years, and that the average month-end rise for equities rises to 2.9% when measured over the last 10 occurrences. See table below. Other analysts have also pointed to the market's tendency to revert to the mean at month-end. Quantitative analysts for May, they see a similar but less acute setup as in December. In addition to a stock market sell-off that's seen equity underperformance versus bonds in the highest decile over the past 5 years, market liquidity has also suffered as a result of a pickup in volatility, the J.P. Morgan analysts. As a result, Kaplan and Kolanovic said they expect rebalances by fixed-weight asset allocation portfolios to offer a tailwind to stocks this week. They point to the table. They added that weak liquidity could make for an outsized impact. After all, time is running short, however. Stocks bounced. While historical patterns are worth noting, they are not infallible guides to how the markets will perform. If they were, related video bond market is driving the sell-off, process provided by CNBC. William Watts is MarketWatch's deputy markets editor, based in New York. Follow him on Twitter.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. I get fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.